Welcome, my peoples, to another episode of Entrepreneurial Exchange. I am your host, Joe Charlton. Thank you for rocking with me yet another Sunday, doing it live, doing it ugly, doing it gritty, doing what we got to do to get better. This platform is for entrepreneurs like myself. We didn't grow up with parents that were entrepreneurs. We didn't have mentors. We didn't have investors. We got it together by knowing we were supposed to do something. We did it. We made some money and we kept going, and we are here now. This platform was birthed because through my trial and error, I've gained some information. Through my trial and error, I have something to share. So with that being said, this is for like-minded individuals like myself who want to get in business, who are in business and willing to share information with others so that they can I would say not skip a step, but avoid some hiccups that they don't need to be partaking in. All right. Entrepreneurial Exchange was birthed because of that. So if you would like to be a featured guest on my platform, I would love to host an entrepreneur who knows business, an entrepreneur who does something where everybody thinks it's so hard, but you got it to where it's like the back of your hand. Please text me 813-900-8936. And that's for any entrepreneur. If you have a story, if you have tricks of the trade, if you've been doing well, and if you've been struggling, come on this podcast. Let's chop it up. The stupidest question is the ones we don't ask and going in a circle doing laps because we have too much pride to actually get help. That's what this platform is for. So give us a call and then let's chop it up, man. Let's grow together. But for those who just view every single Sunday, thank you for coming on with me. Please hit that like button. Please share it with someone that you believe that needs this information. Tonight's topic is, whose limitation is it? Is it theirs or yours? Let's talk about it.
Direct, motivational, and unapologetic, delivered with both biblical wisdom and business grit. Structure of episodes, quick hitting lessons, real life metaphors, storytelling, and actionable takeaways in every episode. Value proposition with clarity and purpose, confidence in pricing and practical steps to scale. Unique twist, you blend faith, raw entrepreneurial experience, and real world strategy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And all the good folks out there in the metaverse. Welcome to Entrepreneurial Exchange. This past weekend, I was sitting in my vehicle. I wouldn't say sitting in my vehicle. So my vehicle goes about 220 miles an hour, right? And being that I was in the vehicle by myself, I was sitting here thinking like, I just want to drive fast. Like when I say I want to drive fast, I just wanted to hit the gas and actually feel and see if I can push my car to the brinks. I'm talking about to the point where I don't see nothing, right? But I know what you're going to say. You're going to kill somebody. Oh, you're going to hurt yourself. What if you lose control? It's all of these what ifs that would be said if I were to say, I just want to push my car to the limit. And that had me thinking, how many of us, follow me, look at ourselves in the mirror and know how much potential we have, but we are concerned about limitations put on us. A lot of us have limitations put on us that we don't even realize it was a limitation. We thought that that's just how it is because my grandmother did it, my mom did it, or my dad did it, my friends did it. Oh, if I did something different, my neighborhood won't allow me to flourish because why? I'm one fish in a big old pond. It's limitations that we don't realize that if we would just look inside of ourselves, because right now I can say it like this. There are some criminals who just wanted to see how it feel to do 200 miles an hour. Like, think about it. Like, I know it's bad to say criminal, but there are some people that go to jail for speeding because why? They paid good money for their vehicles and they wanted to feel it. And now you have speed signs that says 40 miles an hour. Like I have a 4-lane highway up here and the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. And I'm sitting here like, this is in the middle of nowhere. And guess what? You cannot punch it if you want to. Now, mind you, I'm not a person for just reckless driving, right? But I'm a person who's always on the go. I'm a person that noticed that while I'm driving, I just want to get to my destination. But there are people on lanes in the fast lane and they're on their phone, and that is illegal. They're going either under the speed limit or probably going to the speed limit, but they're zigzagging. You don't know if they want to change lanes or not. And you're behind them, just like either make up your mind or allow me to go around, stop riding parallel with the other car, and you're in the fast lane. I digress. I'm a mobile detailer. I'm always on the road, and I hate giving my customer an excuse to say, I'm sorry, I'm a little behind, or, hey, I got here early because I left early and I thought traffic would be bad. I got to get the job done. But what I'm saying is you have a mindset to be great, but then you remember what your parents say. You're just like your dad. You're just like your mama. Some parents even tell you ain't gonna never amount to nothing, right? Because people put their limitations on you. Though you feel as though that didn't do anything for you, it's time to take a look in the mirror and look at your bank account and look at your posture, look at your attitude, and see how easy it is for you to be triggered. See how easy for you to give up. How easy it is for you to say, look, this doesn't matter when it actually does matter. Sometimes these limitations are put on us in a subconscious way. You like, say, for instance, if you were walking in the mall right now with a friend, just try it. You're walking in the mall with a friend and y'all walking and talking. Speed up just a little bit. Don't say you're speeding up. Just speed up just a little bit. That person is going to be so focused on the conversation that they're going to start speeding up with you. And the moment you start slowing down, remember, don't do this so blunt. Do it like gradually, slowly but surely, and watch how they follow and don't even realize that they are following you at your pace when you speed up or slow down. That's sometimes what we are in life. That's why they say get into those rooms. When I say get into the rooms where people are thriving. People are striving to become better. People are looking to cut off limitations, sever the ties between procrastination, sever the ties between lackadaisical slow motion, when at all times, like, you are spending money every single day, but then you procrastinate on the next book deal. Speaking to myself, because I know I was supposed to have been wrote this book, but one of my limitations is I'm detailing, I'm earning income, and I come home and I have the excuse of I'm tired. Why? Because I don't have anybody hold me accountable to write this book. But I am. Last night I wrote a chapter in my book, but I feel in my heart it should be published by now. But every time I think about publishing, I run into a roadblock, the format and everything. So what I do, I add to it. I start thinking, I add another chapter. To me, the book is becoming better because it's not just a read. It's more of it intrigues your mind. It intrigues your mind so much that one day I read my own book. And next thing you know, I end up going to Home Depot, and I came and I just started fixing things around my house. Like, my own book motivated me to get to work. I was sitting at home in my phone and I say, let me go and start doing something in my book. And I end up reading chapters to see where I left off. And man, I'm like, boy, I got to get that. It put fire up onto me. So that's the purpose of this book. But I want to give a little bit more information so that you can make it your own. You can see yourself in the book. And it's not just about me. It's not a memoir, nothing about me, but it's about the entrepreneur, those who understand you are go-getters. It's something burning inside of you and you don't know what to call it. That's what entrepreneur's power, not equality, is about. All right. So limitations, man. So this reminded me of when I was a kid, right? Follow me. I was a kid, and in elementary, this might have been in high school too, whenever. My teacher would take about 20 or 30 of us and put us in one big circle, all right, around the classroom. It ain't a complete circle. It could be a square. We as kids, we just, some people are in the middle and it's like, Johnny, get over there, or Joe, because I was that type of kid. Joe, stop playing, go over there and make a complete circle. So once we get in the circle, my teacher would say one thing in one of our ear. And our job is to repeat the same thing to the next individual. And it would just go around the circle and come all the way back around, right? And when it comes back around, it is something totally different than what the teacher said to us. The teacher would then say what she said, and it has nothing to do with what the last person said. And you can tell when it gets sideways, people start giggling. Some people don't even wait for you to finish telling them, and they would just turn and start talking the first thing they hear. And next thing you know, it's all out of whack. And that's how it is for some of us in business. We heard something from someone that heard that something from someone that told that someone they got it from someone. And by the time it got to you, it's distorted. Business is a lot like that when you're taking advice from other people 9 times out of 10, right? I'm a detailer by trade, detailer by career, and I'm also a speaker. I would love to continue to speak and speak to teens, speak to schools and speak on seminars, but I'm bettering myself by being on this podcast, right? So in the detailing industry, there was a time where we didn't have what we have now, microfiber towels, detailing brushes, the stuff that were soft enough to be on paint and everything else. So back in the day, it was drive-through car washes and wool pads, and there was no finishing pads and all that stuff. I'm talking about swirl cars was okay back when, right? But then come along an individual, has to be an individual that realized how to preserve paint, how to do paint in a way where there's no swirls. He may have came up with the 2-bucket method. He may have came up with we're going to foam it up, rinse it off, foam it again, and then wash it, and then foam it again, and then clay it, and then rinse it. All these different steps. He may have done that, right? But by the time it got to you, you believe that's how you need to do it. And that person had a niche to do what he did, so he's probably charging $400 or $500 for that wash. Here, you are picking up that same steps, not knowing why and when to do it. You do it on every detail and you're charging $60. Here you are doing 1 to 2 cars a day for $60. And the steps are not to just be given, but here you are. Oh, I'm detailing right. But you don't realize the reason why this has started. This was for the elite. This was for the people who desire that quality, willing to pay for that quality. But here you are, don't know how to quote your own business, your rates, but yet you're trying to give everything that you know in your arsenal just to say that you're doing it right. And that's the problem in a lot of these industry, when people are doing work just to say they were doing it, but they don't realize that their value is much more than what they are giving to the customer out there. And so I'm saying this today about a lot of our limitations are started because what we hear and we didn't evaluate it. We didn't get the information. We did not test the information ourselves. We did not do it in a way to where we can add, tweak, and do all these things and fail at times if we had to, and then come back and say, this is how it works for me, and do it while growing their company. So a lot of us take advices from people not knowing why people do what they do, and we try to implement it. Because I'll be doggone, Mr. Carwash says your first month is free. How can I just go and say every customer that comes to me, their first month is free? You know how many cars I can do in a month? And then is my body capable of doing next month? And how many people will come back after getting it free, after getting the quality that I have? Because they may, it doesn't need it anymore. Because why? I do it to the extreme. Mr. Car Wash, their drive-through car wash don't even get everything. So a day later, it looks back dirty again. My tire dressing lasts. Their tire dressing is not even on the vehicle. So in 2 days, it looks horrible. So to come back for free when you're paying for everything, but to come back for free and I cannot compete with that. So I can't listen to Mr. Car Wash when it comes to my detailing business. What I have to listen to is a detailer who's been doing it like I desire to do it and has been doing it for a long time, and it's a proven test. And I can say, hey, how did you? I'm a student in that area. Once I grab the information, I now become the leader in my own business. Once I practice it, fail with it, grow with it, whatever it is, now I can teach. A lot of us try to teach from the moment we hear it, and a lot of us like to just follow just because somebody told it to us. That's how limitation starts. You don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. So with that being said, I want you to take the opportunity, take this time before you leave this earth and evaluate who you are as a person. Not like no vague, whatever the case may be. Ask yourself little questions. What do you like? What don't you like? if you had XYZ, what type of person would you be if you were a millionaire? Would you want to run through the hood to impress? I'm going to tell you straight up, you're not going to be a millionaire, because that's not a millionaire's mindset. Because the moment you make 1,000, you're going to run back to the hood. Remember, when you run back to the hood, you took a day off. Remember, it takes 999,000 to make $1 million. So therefore, if you get excited with that first 1,000 and run off and stop doing to make another 1,000, you will never become that millionaire. So know who you need to be to become that 100,000-aire, that millionaire, or that billionaire. It takes some looking inside yourself. Look in the mirror and look at that stranger and tell that stranger what you want. If you can start there and you're going to feel uncomfortable. First off, you're going to feel uncomfortable. But speak to that mirror, speak to yourself, say what you want to see. When you get that down pat and go out into this world, you're just being your best self, doing what you say you're going to do. Limitations are already going to be on you because you was birthed. You're here now, but it's your job to see things new. Doing this podcast is me seeing something new. Me writing a book is me seeing something new. Me opening up this shop while having mobile detailing is doing something new while I'm hiring, because I'm dealing with new individuals, giving them a better life and them giving me a better business. And we're doing this thing together. So focus on who you are and be your best self, and you're able to share what you have when you have it. So I thank you so much for joining me. God's will, we'll be back next Sunday. It is better to be seen than it is to be, it's better to be seen than it is to be viewed. And if you're going to be alive, you might as well live. All right. God bless you. See y'all next Sunday.
Direct, motivational, and unapologetic, delivered with both biblical wisdom and business grit. Structure of episodes, quick hitting lessons, real life metaphors, storytelling, and actionable takeaways in every episode. Value proposition with clarity and purpose, confidence in pricing and practical steps to scale. Unique twist, you blend faith, raw entrepreneurial experience, and real world strategy.